Why am I making a video in a t-shirt? Because this is a tribute to the person who inspired me to make this video, Simon Cowell. Yes, we're talking about e-bikes in this video. So if you haven't heard, Simon Cowell broke his back this week, well, the week that I'm filming this, in an e-bike accident. So the last thing that I heard was that he kind of came around a corner, I guess started pedaling, the bike wheelied, he went backwards and broke his back. It was on one of the fastest e-bikes made, I guess. I think they've been like outlawed from the roads in the UK. Anyway, I've had so many people ask me about e-bikes. So in this video, I'm gonna do like just a free-form discussion on e-bikes. So I have yet to ride an e-mountain bike more than about 5 or 10 minutes. I hopped on one at a local trail system and rode one just, like I said, 5 or 10 minutes. And then I rode a street bike, an e-bike in Washington, in Seattle last summer. So I can't really formulate a solid opinion yet based on riding experience. I'm going to share my thoughts so far. Now, I actually am probably going to get an e-bike demo from Niner, hopefully in the next month or two. You know what? I got to get out of this t-shirt. I feel like I'm doing a video in my underwear. All right, that's better. So Niner was going to try to get me their e-bike, and I told them that I'd probably be interested in the RIP, not the WFO. They were going to try to get it to me before it went to market when it was still under embargo, but they didn't have enough at that point. So we're still trying to work that out. So it looks like I'm going to be able to ride an e-bike, but let me just share a few thoughts so far, because again, a lot of people have asked me about this. So the first thing is the Simon incident. And I think that illustrates one of the negatives about e-bikes, and that is you're going to have people riding on trails. We'll stick to mountain biking for this. You're going to have people riding on trails going faster than they should go based on their skill. Learning how to ride fast on a mountain bike takes a while to learn how to corner, use the brakes properly, shift properly, all that. So you're going to have people going faster on regular trails than they should. You're also going to have people maybe climbing up higher on more rugged terrain than their skills may warrant if they're new to mountain biking. So personally, I think people who are new to mountain biking should not start off on an e-bike for several reasons. Learning how to handle the bike, learning how a proper bike feels on a trail, building up the fitness to be able to ride. I mean, if you have no fitness and you get in the middle of nowhere on a mountain bike and the battery dies, what are you going to do? How are you going to get out of there with like no fitness to get up and over a mountain? Just a scenario. So that's one reason, is just skill level. Two is, and this is another negative, especially for new riders, I've spent like 25 years building the fitness to be able to ride fast on a mountain bike trail because I like riding fast. I've had to earn the ability to enjoy that speed. And so riding fast should be something that's a privilege, something that you earn based on how you've developed it. People who are new to mountain biking who can just get on a bike and enjoy speed without any fitness, it just doesn't seem right to me. I mean, listen, I'm sharing my opinions as they exist today. This may change when I get on an e-bike in a few months from now. Another negative that I kind of alluded to before is just fitness. I know you can push hard on an e-bike. So basically, from what I understand, is you can push just as hard and go further. That's cool. But I think some people may use it as a substitute for fitness. One of the reasons I love riding is because it helps me live a healthier lifestyle. And if you use an e-bike to where you're really not pushing hard and then you're just, getting out there and riding and then not enjoying the fitness, I know that's probably a smaller negative, but it's just one that I thought of. Now a few positives, and this is like free form. I've not written any of this stuff down. This is just stuff that I've thought of over the past year or so as e-bikes have gotten more popular, which they really have, especially during this COVID issue, especially like the street ones, because people aren't taking public transportation as much and they're buying e-bikes. So, there's some positives there. Let's go ahead and mention that as a positive. So if someone is using an e-bike instead of driving a car or taking, a bus, that's environmentally more friendly, I think. Yeah, you got to charge it and you got to use some kind of fossil fuel to charge it, but it's probably less of an environmental impact. So that's a positive. Another positive that I see to e-bikes is the situation where you have two varied skill level riders as far as fitness. So maybe you've got someone who's into mountain biking, but they're not as fit as you are, and they want to ride with you. So, I've got a friend who rides with his spouse, and his spouse is on the e-bike and he's on a regular bike, and they get to ride together. So that's a positive. With my son, he's a very competent mountain biker, but for him to go out and do a 4-hour epic where he's climbing 3 hours of those 4 hours, he gets a little tired. And so, for us to be able to ride together, um, if he's on an e-bike, I could probably push as hard as I want to up the climbs and not have to hold back. And so that way I enjoy riding more. So I don't have to wait for a slower rider, whoever it is. Another positive I see as far as mountain biking goes back to the environmentally friendly category. And that is if someone is using an e-bike in place of using a shuttle, whether that be a ski lift or a vehicle. I've done both, and the vehicle, you're down in 5 minutes and then you're hopping in the back of a truck and the truck's driving to the top of the mountain. If all those people were using e-bikes, it probably would be less of an impact on the environment. So again, that's another positive that I see where people can use an e-bike in place of using a shuttle. So another positive that I just thought of, and I kind of mentioned it before, is just being able to cover more ground. So someone can get out, push hard if they want to, and cover more ground. And to me, that would probably be the most positive for me, is if I was going to explore this wide variety, this vast network of trails, and I wanted to do it, in a very efficient manner and cover as much ground as possible. I think an e-bike would be really fun for that. And the last positive is it may just get more people out there in the outdoors enjoying cycling, enjoying being outside. Maybe people who wouldn't do it if they were kind of stuck to a regular bike. Another negative that I thought about, and I shouldn't even have to say this, but if someone feels like they have to go out and take a Strava time on an e-bike and not mark it as an e-bike ride, you've got some security issues there, bro. Just saying. Another negative that I thought about, and this is more along the lines of being irresponsible, and that is if people on e-bikes ride on trails where e-bikes are prohibited, it can cause problems for those people who don't ride e-bikes, maybe cause some trail access issues. So that's my off-the-cuff discussion on e-bikes. Again, that was inspired by the news this week of Simon Cowell breaking his back. I think he's going to be okay, so that's a good thing. All this being said, I'm really looking forward to trying an e-bike one day. My opinions may change. I will probably do a follow-up video to this later on this year or next year after putting some miles on an e-bike. Of course, I'm going to give my thoughts as I'm demoing the bike and reviewing the bike. So anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I know this is going to stir up a lot of comments, so go ahead, drop them below. Thanks for watching.